Hey boys, welcome back to health. Hope you had a good holiday. And yes, we are doing health on online school, even though it is pretty simple when we do it in class. So the first task for you is up on the hub, but I thought I'd tell you a little bit more about the next task, which is to do the exercises and record your best totals for them. The reason we do this is because heaps of your mental health, your emotional health, how you're feeling, all depends on your physical body a lot more than it does on some other stuff a lot of the time. So your mood can be more influenced by what you had to eat and whether you've done any exercise today than whether you actually have any mental health issues. So I wanted to talk to you about that first. These are some exercises you can do anytime and anywhere. They don't really require any equipment. And if you do have some equipment, that's even better. But I thought I'd show you how to do them so that you guys can do these every day. And if you record your totals, you'll see some improvement through this online school and you'll come back to school stronger. Let's start with the simplest one, which is the push-up. This is where I do my exercise in my backyard, currently raining, and my messy, my messy setup. You don't even need any of this stuff though. This is just what I do, and I try to work out every day if I can. So where can I show you the push-up? Should have thought about this earlier. Oh yeah, okay, you can see back there on the ground. Okay, hopefully you can still hear me. So when you're doing this push-up, you just need to make sure that your hands are kind of under your shoulders. You can let your elbows go out a little bit, but if you want to work the back of the arm, the triceps, you tuck it in. If you are just doing a normal push-up, you just go kind of on an angle like that. Anything like this is kind of bad for your shoulders, so just sort of keep it the normal, like a natural movement like that. Now you can start on knees like this. This is fine if you want to just start. And you just go down like this. And that's one, make sure you go all the way to the ground, then back up. Or, if you can already do that, then you do these ones instead. See how many you can get to. All the way down to the ground, keeping your body straight. None of this bending where you just sort of like do a seal. That doesn't count. And this doesn't count either. Got to go all the way down to the ground, all the way back up. And as you're doing that, boys, the longer you do that, the reps will get slower and slower. So when you're right at the end, you'll be really pushing out those reps. Those are the ones that count. So don't quit early because those are the ones that actually build the muscle. And here's a tip, don't go all the way until you actually fail, like you're trying to push up and you can't and you actually fall down. Don't do that, don't go to failure. Save it so that you reckon you can do one more if you needed to, but you stop one early. So you have one rep left in the tank. That way you don't get too sore the next day and you can actually do it each day instead of having to pause because you're too sore with your muscles. Push-ups, see how many you can get to. I wonder if any of you can beat me. Maybe I'll have a go right now. Okay, here we go. If you're just starting though, you don't need to try to beat me. Just do as many as you can and record it so that you can see how you improve over this online school time. So I'll do the toe push-ups, the normal ones. And you'll see how my reps will get slower as I get towards the end of the set. All right, here we go. All right, so there we go. I got to 30. But you see how I got slower? Those are the reps that count because your muscles are actually having to build new connections within the fibers to actually get stronger. And that's the whole point of exercising. So I maybe could have got one more, but you leave it in the tank. See if any of you can get 30. If you can, I want to see video footage and I want to see a straight body all the way down, chest to the ground, instead of this wormy stuff. But if you're just starting on knees, that's totally fine. Just record it. So push-ups is an easy one. That's a push exercise. Now, this one, you should all be able to do if you have a table. So what I do, I actually have some gymnastics rings to use instead. Where are they? There they are. So I have the gymnastics rings to use instead, but you can just use a table. You just stick your legs under the table, hold onto the edge, and pull yourself up in a row. So I'll see if I can show you what that looks like. Oh, this is probably gonna fall. Yep. Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay, should work. So for this one, yep, you can do this on a table. So what you're gonna do is, you're gonna have your arms out like this, sort of where your shoulders are like the push-up, and then you're gonna pull back, and you're gonna try to get your elbows behind your body, or try to pull your chest up to the table. So you're pulling yourself up to the table like that. This is really good for upper back, which is good for your posture, standing up straight, and it also works your biceps a little bit. So, this is maybe roughly the height of a table for you guys. So I'll see how many I can do, and you guys do the same. And you might even have a bar or like some sort of metal pole that you could use instead. If you can, that'd be better. I'll do it on this, which is a little bit more tricky than a table because it's shaky. But I'll see how many I can do. So legs out straight, or you can do it with your knees bent. So you're up like this, and pull yourself up, and down, and up, and down. So you can do it that way. I'm just gonna change the angle a bit so you can see it properly. Whoop. That'll do. Okay, here we go. All right, there we go. I think that was 15 or 16 maybe. So I reckon I had one left in the tank, which is why I stopped there. Maybe could have got out one more, but I didn't want to get stuck at failure, because then you're more likely to increase muscle damage and not be able to do the same exercise tomorrow. So that's why it's more important to stop before you actually get to failure. Oh, okay, so I've done a push exercise, a pull exercise. Record your totals for each one of them. And last, everyone can do this because everyone has a chair. Or a bench or whatever. But for this one, you've got to push using your triceps. So use this muscle back here to lower yourself down and push yourself up with your legs out in front of you, like this. So your legs are out, your arms are behind you, you lower yourself down, and then you lift yourself up like that with your triceps. You're trying to keep your elbows in, don't let them flare out like this. And I wonder if I can show you a better angle. Yeah, that'll probably work. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that'll work. So if you haven't done this before, or you can't get that many of the straight leg ones, do the bent knee ones instead, because that takes a little bit of weight off your arms and you don't have to do as much. Whew. And see how many you can get to. All right. And you'll notice, just like the push-up and the row, when you get to the last reps that are really slow because you can't do any more, those are the reps that count. They're the ones that actually build the muscle. Okay, so about this, there we go. Oh, actually, I forgot to tell you boys, I think I'm on 11. Turn your hands sideways. That's better for your shoulders. And it helps you actually squeeze your arms a bit better. Okay, there we go. Got to 30, I think, on those ones, with maybe one left in the tank, so that I don't get the muscle soreness too much. So there you go, boys. Those are 3 exercises you can do really easily, and the more you take care of your body, the better you will be mentally and emotionally as well. I heard something useful that I even apply to my own life now, from this guy who's written a famous book. He said, treat yourself as someone that you're responsible for looking after. And that kind of takes away anything that you might not want to do or might not feel like doing. If you were the only person looking after yourself, then you would probably feel a bit more responsible. So that means looking after your body, looking after your mind, looking after your emotions, which we'll do later on in other weeks. But I wanted to start this one with some physical health because it affects everything else really well. So if you do these exercises every day, boys, you'll probably feel better, you will be able to think clearer, and you won't experience some of the stuff you might have been experiencing emotionally and mentally. So there you go, treat yourself as someone that you are responsible for helping. Take care of your body, and your body will have knock-on effects to your mind and your emotions, which is really important. If you can, one more bonus exercise, although I don't think I'm going to get very many of these at all, is the pull-up. And this is just the last one. You might not have anywhere to do this though, because there aren't always convenient places for you to go with something you can grab onto up high, which is why I suggested the row instead of this pull-up. So let's see. All right. Now, doing it on gymnastics rings is a bit harder because they shake around a little bit more. And just because you can do a lot of the gym rings doesn't actually mean you can do that many on the straight bar. They don't always translate to each other. So this is kind of like a separate skill, a different type of pull-up to the bar pull-up that you could do on the playground at school or whatever. So if you have something to pull yourself up, this is a good one too. Also good for your back and your biceps. And what you're doing with this one is you're trying to get your elbows into your side. And if you keep your shoulders back, that's also good for your upper back as well. But because I've done the row, I'm probably not gonna get as many as I would like, but we'll see. All right. So you've got to go all the way down, boys. Not stopping here and going up and doing that. That's a little bit too easy. You've got to go all the way down and use your shoulders pulled back to strengthen them as well. All right, here we go. Oh no, I'm not gonna get that many. Oh. Oh, okay. All right, there we go. Got to 10. Maybe shouldn't have done that last one, but I wanted to get to a round number. All right, so there you go, boys. Treat yourself as someone that you're responsible for looking after, and your physical health, if you do stuff like this every day, will help to really take care of your mental health and your emotional health. Anyone can do these exercises. Record what you got to now. Do them every day, and then at the end of the online school, we'll see how much you improved. I think that's it. Anything else I needed to tell you? no, I don't know, get enough sleep. Sleep affects your mental health as well, a lot. I think that is it. Okay, I'm sorry I can't be with you boys, but hopefully you can get a bit of help from this health subject. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.